Alright guys, Miss McKenna here, just to walk you through a quick tutorial of how to use My Simple Show, which is what you're going to be using for the final project for Of Mice and Men. The goal of the project is that you're going to pick any important scene in the entire book of Mice and Men that deals with one of the literary themes that you have. So either the fraternal brotherhood, so you choose a scene that really demonstrates the fraternal brotherhood and basically walk us through with a description of that, summary interpretation, and some quotes. You could also choose the American dream, or really the lack thereof. Or finally, you could choose the sort of predatory nature of human existence, so, or human beings, I guess. Any one of those themes would be totally acceptable. And the idea behind this project is that you're going to describe the theme, use textual evidence from that particular scene, and add some images to it to really build an argument for why that scene is important to the novel and why that scene adequately um, describes the theme or uses the theme to help contribute to the whole book. So with My Simple Show, you can see that the website here is www.mysimpleshow.com. It's also linked in the assignment sheet that you see. So what you guys are going to want to do is you're going to actually click on this make a video for free, or even down here where it's going to say create my Simple Show now. That's going to allow you to create an account, but really ultimately when you log in, you're going to want to log in with Google, because as you know, Google is linked to your Park Hill student account, just like mine is linked to my teaching account, and you're going to use that to get yourself logged in. So once you get logged into My Simple Show, you're going to obviously go in then and create a new video. I have a couple in there that I've created for different things. So once you choose the create a new video, you're going to go in and name your project. This could simply be Of Mice and Men, Of Mice and Men, not OC. And it's an English course, so leaving it in English is fine. It would be nice if you would somehow indicate who this is by, or maybe the scene that you've chosen, so you could certainly include that in the title. But then you're going to want to go ahead and use your own script, or write your own script for your My Simple Show. The, So what happened there was they just kind of went through a brief explanation. So what I was going to say was the next thing you'll go in and do is actually choose the template you want to use. You can see there are several that are available as kind of predetermined. There's professional, educational, and personal. The educational has a couple other types of templates that you could use, but to me, the one that seems the easiest is probably the blank template. However, you should explore the interpret literature or a movie, or summarize literature or a movie, because both of those would be relatively acceptable, or could be totally acceptable for the purpose that you have. So I'm going to start with a blank template just for the purpose of showing you today. But you are going to Okay, so what I would suggest is probably writing out the things that you think are important to include in your project in a Word document or in some sort of other document that you can then copy and paste, because just on the off chance that something were to happen when you were in the middle of this, if you already have it written and you had to go back in and change anything, you could just simply copy and paste it again. However, you're going to start with your video with a snappy title. Yours would probably be Of Mice and Men, but you need to include something else that goes with it that describes the scene. So I also want you to include the chapter number, the page numbers that your scene is on. If it spans a large number of pages, I still think it's okay to include the page numbers. But you could certainly just pick the most prevalent page numbers. Characters that are involved. The theme that you are interpreting or that you feel is the most important, and you can see right here how many characters you can have in each one of these boxes. So this will be the amount that you can write for your title. It is just a title, so you don't need to have tons and tons of words, but I do think it's important that you include some basic facts about what your scene is going to be. Here you can see you have the limit of 1,200 characters, not words. And then finally in your end scene, you see you have 300. So it would be important for this one, if you reach, what it'll do is basically it'll break it up into a couple different pages, which is nice. I'm going to copy and paste some text into the second box because we know the title's already there, but I've copied and pasted some text from, it was just the description actually of the novel itself. So you can see you can actually fit, a fair amount of wording in that box, and you can see right here that I would just have a few words left. So you can do a pretty significant amount of explaining of the book, and then finally your end screen would sort of be that last conclusion or that last thought that you want to leave with the viewer of the video. So this is just an example of how you would type that up, and you can see that I've put this in paragraph form, which allows it to have that different function. So then what you can do is actually go in and choose your visuals. So you're going to click that, and they're going to suggest some visuals for certain words. I'll show you how to get rid of the ones that you don't want to use and how to include different ones if you choose to do so. So you can see here I have my title screen. It's suggested a visual for the word mice, for the word men, for the chapter number. It's looking at your kind of your number, I guess, your page, and then some characters. Clearly, Batman and Robin are not going to be appropriate for this. You could say the men is, but what you can do is decide that if you don't want the characters involved to have a picture, you just simply click over the top of it for that X. Here you can take these and sort of move them around. You can make them bigger, you can change them out, you can edit. So if all I did was click on him, if I decide that's fine, then you can go in and change the things you want to do. If you click on them and hold them, click on it, you should be able to move them. So maybe you actually want these to, when they pop up, be maybe closer together, just to kind of create like a little bit of a different image, and then you can submit that to do your change there. I clicked on this page again. I could change this out if I want to. You don't have to, but I don't want you to use all images that it suggests. At some point, I do want you to upload some images, and then there's other images that might be saved to your computer. You can search actually for a different image. So I might say like, I might just search for the word book. So it gives me this page, which is the same as I think what this one did, but you might be able to do a different image there. So There are certainly some different options, and then you can always watch some of the tutorial videos about how to change those if you want to as well. Now, if you want to add a picture to a different word, because remember we got rid of characters involved, you can take and drag the word or the little green thing over the word, and it adds a word or adds a picture actually to the word theme. It doesn't suggest anything for the word theme, but you could do a scribble effect where maybe you have some different words that go on it, and you have this character scribble effects where you have some different things you can add to it. So kind of play around with it, but there are certainly some things you can do. You see that down here it's taken the paragraphs that I put together, and it's actually broken it up into some pieces because it was so many pieces of information. So that gives you lots of options for how to add and illustrate your story. So go through and you'll make as many edits as you want. But remember, you have to have 15 images minimum for the My Simple show. And some of those need to be ones that you've hand chosen, like specifically selected. When you're all done changing the pictures, you're going to choose your audio by clicking through and okay, so adding the audio, essentially you just choose the voice that you want. Right now it looks like they only have the one voice. No, yeah, they only have the one voice available, so you're stuck with Paul. You can add a few other things here. If you want to add in some music, looks like you can add in maybe a couple other things, your watermarks, your scribble color. Looks like some of them are upgraded, so obviously, just do whatever's free. And then you just go ahead and finalize the video. So I'm going to just show you like this one, for instance. That one. So it really is just kind of narrating a story for you. So you're choosing the words and you're choosing the pictures, but it's doing the narration, which is kind of nice. Anyway, you'll finalize your video. Obviously, you want to make it public, which just means people will be able to see it, but that's no biggie. So go ahead and finalize it. And it takes a little while, but I know it will give you a YouTube link, which you need to then submit to the assignment folder. So you can see here that it's saying, congratulations, we're finalizing it. But you'll see down here it's going to allow you to have this link that you can copy, and you can either upload the video. If that's not working, go ahead and just take the link that you copied and submit that. All right, if you have questions, please reach out to me, but I hope you enjoy making your My Simple show about Of Mice and Men. I think it's pretty cool tool to use, and I think you'll enjoy it. So, all right, guys.